Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Subramaniam Maslamani. I'm a Tamil. Today, my topic is what every Tamil should do, must do, and ought to do. Let me say this in one line. Your commitment to your community is your source of strength. I asked a honeybee, a termite, an ant, and a pigeon, and they all told me their strength to survive despite their size or their inherent adherence to their community. Therefore, what every Tamil must do is to shed our differences and unite as one community. We must focus on our inherent intellect and build a formidable community displaying courage, esteem, respect, and self-reliance. We may have divisions of duties, but not division of motives. There is no point in talking strategies unless we are united. In the 1970s, we should not have allowed so many divisions and infighting among various Tamil groups. If the objective is one, then there cannot be conflict within the community. So this time, we should not allow or even support any division among our people. It's absurd to support partisan politics. It'll hurt the community for the next 30 to 50 years. So let us get together and insist that there cannot be any ambiguity about our objectives. Here is a small true story. In the 1970s, I got a girl and a boy married and they came to Canada, and I was delighted to taste the outcome of my very small effort in 2010 after 40 years. They started in a few menial jobs, and finally they both got good jobs. The husband did his BSc, MSc, and became a regional director in the Ontario government in Canada. Last Sunday, when I met them, after 20 years, they told me their son has become a doctor and the daughter has become a constitutional lawyer. The moral of the story is, in the 1970s, story is twofold. One is, I was able to help them in a small way, but they did the rest of the footwork. But the most important aspect is, it took 40 years for the seed to bear the fruits. The relevance of the story is that Tamils are wondering what future holds for them. They want answers today, right now. But it takes time. Let bygones be bygones. We are now rebuilding the community. It will take time and tremendous effort. Besides, don't look at someone else to do it for you. You have to do your part. Two of my friends told me that Tamils are going to be a lost race as long as we remain divided. The question is, what is dividing us? It is not who is dividing us. We all want our freedom, then what is dividing us? There must be some compelling reason to override the quest for freedom. Freedom is not something that can be bought over the counter. It's a hard-fought battle. Tamil must understand they are very capable people. They must ask themselves, do they want a culture like Japan, Korea, and Singapore, or one like Sudan, Rwanda, and Somalia? The problem is, if we have some remnants of LTTE, EROS, EPLRF, and EDP, who is hampering our efforts? It's time to dissociate from such behavior and such people and build a world-class community. I do not understand why even we entertain the Sinhalese. I do not understand why some Tamils are stooping down to the level of people who are content with working as maids and busboys. The problem is the uneducated and inexperienced among Tamils are trying to hijack the Tamil community. I hope Tamil people wake up and realize that these are the enemies of the Tamils. Do Tamils have a proper leadership? I don't think so. Leadership is about helping people, showing them the pathway, or show them what they have to do, what they must do, what they should do, and what they ought to do. Let us send a message to the Sri Lankan government that they have to deal with the educated and erudite among the Tamils. The Tamils Mahinda is thinking are not the modern Tamils. I do not know if Mahinda Rajapaksa has the necessary character to deal with us. We need new people among the Sinhalese. Thugs, murderers, and terrorists are not good for negotiations. We should not, must not, and ought not negotiate out of fear or out of desperation. No man can take away your freedom of thought without your permission, and no man can fathom your thoughts. Therefore, there is no need to negotiate with an unreasonable enemy. What we have to do is to develop our faculties, facilities, factories, finances, and families so that we present a formidable case for bargaining. If the Sinhalese have won the war, why are they still continuing the war? It's because they are insatiable Satans for narcissism. They are a hateful race of people. They live and thrive on lies, larceny, and violence. Today, right now, there are several things we Tamils should do, must do, and ought to do. They are unity and fraternity, defining our heritage, always staying united, always helping another Tamil, always standing up for freedom and rights, helping another Tamil to educate, doing service to the community, helping each other and the community, having a sense of belonging, having respect for another Tamil, learning to trust each other, removing fear from our minds, resolving all our conflicts of interest, contributing to the development of the culture and heritage, never ever betraying our community, finding a satisfying vocation, communicating with respect, educating our children and ourselves, seeing our life in 5 generations, not to forget the past, developing knowledge, practicing peace and harmony, acquiring intelligence, building social capital, acquiring political capital, minding our health, leaving a legacy for the next generation, developing deterrence, developing new knowledge, leading the next generation, clear conscience, inventing new knowledge, being creative, and cultivating fraternity. These are few of the things to do, came to my mind, but there's much more to be done. Every Tamil must make his vocation to do whatever it takes to build our culture and heritage. It may take 30 years or even 60 years, but it has to be done. Freedom is a journey, not a destination. There are no destinations in this infinite universe. Tamils must not look for easy way out, and there is no easy way out. That is why some innocent and naive Tamils are with the enemy looking for today. You are not one of them. Some Tamils want to join Mahinda and his inferior people. Why do I call them inferior people? Because they cannot behave like people of impeccable character. The mentally and morally stable and sound man will never resort to violence. He knows those are the worst enemies of a wise man. Tamil people must learn to identify the lower Tamils and discard them from our community. I am not claiming superiority, but simply I apply the standard moral laws and find that some people simply do not belong to any community. Thank you very much. My name is Subramaniam Masalamani. I am a world-class Tamil powered by convictions, commitments, and conscience.